Are you a current homeowner thinking of selling and have no clue on what to do to get the most amount of money for your home? If this is you, stay tuned. Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Christian Medina. I am a realtor here with Realty Masterson Associates out in Southern California, inside of the Inland Empire. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and you will be notified every time I put out a new video. If you're watching this video, I'm going to assume that you're maybe thinking of selling your property. Earlier this year, I made a video giving you some tips on how to get your house ready to sell. We're gonna go back in time, revisit that video, and I actually made it into a two-part video. So the first video will be going through the first 5 steps, and in next week's video, you'll see the last 5. Before we get started with the tips, let's first discuss what top dollar is and how value is established for your home. Now, netting the most amount of money from your property will often require some extra inconvenience, some upfront money out of your pocket, and being open to ideas that may require adjusting some of your expectations. Now, first, let's define what top dollar is. Top dollar is the most money a qualified, motivated buyer is actually willing to pay for your property in today's market. It's important to understand that top dollar has nothing to do with how much you pay for your property, how much you owe for your property, how much work you put into your property, or the cost of improvements you have made on your property. The value of your property is based on how it compares to similar homes that have sold recently in your neighborhood, preferably in the last 90 days within a 1-mile radius. An appraiser will use the 3 most comparable recent sales to establish an opinion of value as of the date from the appraisal. Okay, so let's get started with the following 10 tips and the strategies that we use that are very simple. These are the strategies that I've learned from my coach and mentor, Kevin Ward, and these are strategies that I've implemented on every single one of my listings. And I'm telling you, they work every single time. So now let's go back in time and take a look back at that video I made earlier this year. So number 1 is gonna be the look, how you're staging your property. So thanks to today's technology, TV shows, people are used to seeing gorgeously staged homes, and therefore they've become very spoiled on their expectations. So the bottom line is that making your home show at its best has never been more important. Now there's a couple of things that you can do to stage your property. One is to hire a stager. Now a stager can be expensive depending on how much work they have to do, but they know how to make your house look at its best to a large array of people. Now it's completely understandable that many of you are on the budget and just can't afford to get a stager out here. The good thing is that you can find a lot of do-it-yourself tips online. You can go to Google and look for staging homes. You can get on Pinterest and get some great ideas from there. Magazines, and the other ways that I've seen people do is that they go to new home builders and see if you can mimic what you see at the model homes as well. Number 2 is the feel. Get rid of the clutter. Look, I know that most of us have just too much stuff everywhere, but when you're trying to sell your property, having an overstuffed home makes it look smaller. And second, it makes the home look older. Third, it makes the place feel disorganized and uncared for. So because of that, it gives the buyer a negative feeling about that home. Tip number 3, having green upgrades. These are energy efficient and environmentally friendly upgrades. Some of the things that you can do is replacing the filter from your air conditioning unit. Another thing that you can do is going outside to your actual HVAC unit and making sure that there's nothing obstructing the fan, nothing hitting the wires, making sure that your dog or your whatever pet you have has not chewed off some of the insulation around the wires, and just making sure it looks good. Some other things that can help with the energy efficiency is having a tankless water heater, having dual pane windows, having ceiling fans in every room, and changing your lights to fluorescent or LEDs throughout the home. Number 4 is the makeup of your house, like fresh paint, flooring, and the roof. If your home's exterior paint is showing signs of wear and tear, you might want to hire a painter to paint the whole exterior of the property. For the interior paint of your house, just make sure that you're using neutral colors. And just like the exterior, if your home is not in need of any major paint job, then just do a couple of touch-ups. Just make it look good, make it feel clean, and make it feel welcoming. Now for the flooring, again, if it's in your budget, remove any carpeting or linoleum that you may have in your home. This type of flooring is so outdated. So what you want to do is you want to replace it with a high quality laminate, hardwood floors, or you want to go with the tile. And now to the roof. The most important issue with your roof is really more functional than cosmetic. The simplest thing that you can do is call your insurance agent and have them send out an insurance inspector to check the insurability of the roof. And if they say you're in good shape, then hey, you're in good shape. Tip number 5 is making a first great impression. So as these qualified, excited buyers are pulling up to your front of your house, make sure that the landscaping is well maintained. People just don't want to see dead grass, an overgrown tree, because it gives them the impression that the home is just not well kept. Alright, that's it for part 1. Make sure you tune in next week for part 2, where I will finish off the remaining 5 tips. What questions do you have so far? Please make a comment below and I will respond to you in a timely manner. So as of now, I will see you guys on the next video.